Welcome to my weekly event shop showcase video. In this video, or actually in these 7 videos that I'm going to record and then put together, I want to show you what you can purchase in the reward shop depending on the day of the week. This is something that I already talked about in my events video, but now I'm gonna try to, as I said, record 7 videos, put them together, and show you not only what you can buy, but what is the cost of each one of the items, so you can save your marks in advance. Now, first of all, let me apologize for my poor editing skills. I'm just learning how this works. And also, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. In this video, I'm going to talk for each one of the days. So when I say this is what you can buy on Saturday, what I mean is on Saturday of the game's clock. This game changes the day on UTC or GMT, depending on the acronym you use, 0 at midnight. So depending on where you live on planet Earth, is going to be a different local time for you. This I already explained in more detail in my other video, the weekly shop showcase video, so please watch it if you want more details. But just keep in mind that it's going to be at a different time depending on where you live. So let's get to the reward shop, and here you can say today is Monday, and we have on Mondays accessories. So we can buy uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and mythic accessories. Personally, I don't think they're worth it. I prefer to keep my marks for just the standard stuff. As you can see, I'm a hoarder. I like to save marks for a rainy day when it comes to food, or in the case of the spell dust, is because I don't have enough Sion's um, um, what's the name, crystals. So there's no point for me to spend um, my marks on spell dust. But I'm going to spend this on ether, so I can get 200 additional ether, which is great, and 100 on a random glyph, armor glyph, excellent. Okay, and yeah, this is what Monday has to offer. So that's about it for this video today, and see you tomorrow. It's Tuesday, so let's see what the rewards shop have for us in the events. On Tuesday, you have minions. You can get from uncommon to mythic, and as usual, the regular stuff. Now, let's talk about minions for a minute. If we go to our tavern, goals, there is, I think it's in, but no, in collection, yes. Get a minion to level 50. There is one goal here that will give you 50 gems and plus 0.1 vitality for getting a minion to level 50. Now, if we check my current minion list, you will see that I don't have a single mythical minion. I have several legendary ones, but not a single mythical one. So let's talk for a minute how expensive it is. So let me filter by green first. Okay, in order to get a minion from level 35 epic to level 35 legendary, you need to spend 2 minion glyphs. In order to get a minion from level 45 legendary to level 45 mythical, you need to spend an additional 4 glyphs, as well as 4 tier 4 relics. The exact relics will depend on the minion. Now, in order to do this, you can use a minion that requires one of the three relics that you can farm, which are Casduli Relic, Flame Tree Relic, or Dreamhold Relic. So, any minion that you can find in Seasons 1.1. Let me show you the list here. No, not this. What's new? Any of these four minions. Season 1.2. Any of these four minions. Season 1.3. Any of these four minions, as well as their variants, which can be found in season 3.1. Let me check. Nope, not this one. 3.2 is Swamp Soaked, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Swamp Soaked. 3.3, I think this one is Kasduli. Yes, this one is Kasduli, so any of these two minions. And I think 3.4 is temporal. No, this one is Dwarven. 3.5 maybe. 3.5 is prismatic for, yeah, Firewalker. So any of these two minions. Now, the Good Telly is a decent candidate. It maxes out at 225 speed and 155 cunning, which is pretty decent speed. Remember that the maximum is 250, so this is a good candidate. Not the bad telly, but the good telly, definitely. And finally, there is one that was, if I'm not mistaken, no, this one is jeweled. Which one was, oh yeah, 3.0 is Dreamhold. Yeah, Dreamhold. So any of these two minions as well. The Muffling is another okay candidate if you want to upgrade cheap. It has maximum speed. The problem is that the key chance is really, really low because it has higher might than key chance. So extremely fast, but very low cunning. So going back to the minion list, as I said, let's go to the light so I can show you the good telly that is right here, info. And if we go and try to upgrade it, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it does use, oh no, it actually, oh no, Firewalker, sorry. I thought it was Flame Tree. It's Firewalker. My bad. So the other one was the Mothling, which I think it's dark, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, yes, here it is. Let's see if I'm not mistaken about this one. Level 45. Yes, Dreamhold. So you can choose one of these minions to upgrade to level 45 Mythic. Now, in order to get it from 45 Mythic to 50 Mythic, you need to spend a total of 16 minion glyphs. However, remember that 6 of those are in order to get it to level 45 mythical. So from level 45 mythical to level 50 mythical, you only need 10 minion glyphs. And going back to the shop, You can see you can purchase one mythic minion for 200 diamond um, marks. I don't recommend to purchase any of the lower ones. I did purchase some epic minions before when I started because I didn't have many, but any of the minions that you can find here are the regular minions that you can find in the 15 standard dungeons. You cannot get any minion from the seasons. It's just going to be one of these, I think it's 60 or 50 something, the ones that you can find here. So the chances to get a good one are not very high. But here's always the option to select one mythic, I said select, excuse me, to get a random mythic minion and, roll the dice so you can get this, um, get a minion to level 50 goal. This one, only spending 10 minion glyphs. However, as I showed you before, I haven't done it myself. So maybe it's something I will spend in the future, but remember that 200 diamond marks is 2 random glyphs. So I don't think getting a mythic minion is a priority, at least for me. So I'm going to buy ether as usual, and I'm going to get one random glyph and a weapon glyph. It's not armor, but it's still good. And that's what you can find in the shop on Tuesday. So see you tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so let's have a look at what the shop has to offer. And on Wednesday, we have armor. There are 3 days of the week where you can buy accessories or armor or a weapon. You cannot buy a shield. I don't know why they made it weapon only, but whatever. Anyway, everything I said before about the chances to get something good on Monday for the accessories is the same here. In my opinion, not worth it. So I'm just going to buy ether as usual and one armor glyph, please. Accessory. Thank you. All right, so that's for Wednesday. See you tomorrow. It's Thursday, so let's check the event shop. Thursday is spell page day. Now, you can buy at any point in time 2000 spell dust for 100 gold marks. And here you have the opportunity to buy 50 spell pages, random spell pages from the standard story mode dungeons for 100. So as you can see, 100 here, 100 here. 2000 spell dust, 50 random spell pages. Now, if we go to the tavern with Sion, obviously, this costs one of her crystals, so keep that in mind. But for 4000, you can get between 250 and 500 pages of a spell you choose instead of a random one. Remember that both if you craft with Sion or if you buy the random spell pages, whether it is these ones or the weekly ones that you can get here in the shop, that you can buy 50 random spell pages 5 times, 50 for 5,000 gold, or 5 times, so 25,000 gold for 250 random spell pages. These are going to be spell pages from the 15 standard dungeons, not from any of the archive seasons. For these spell pages, you have to grind this in each one of the individual seasons. So going back to the shop, in my opinion, not worth it. For all, I mean, I'm making the comparison 1 to 1 because it's 100 um, gold marks and 100 gold marks. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend spending ruby marks. You know how much I like to buy ether and how much I like to craft, so obviously not. I'm not gonna spend 300 diamond marks. Yeah, no, thank you. And for even for the lower ones, one spell page for 50 food or 10 spell pages for 150 ore, not for me. Thanks, but no thanks. If you could choose the spell pages, maybe we could have a case here, but for random ones, not for me. So let's buy another glyph. Armor, please. Minion, obviously. But that's okay. All right. So that's what's in the shop on Thursdays, and see you tomorrow. It's Friday, so let's check the reward shop. And as you can see, Fridays is Mythic, well, weapon day. Mondays are accessories, Wednesdays for armors, and Fridays for weapons. There is no shield day. Now, there are 15 different weapons, one for each base set. So the chance that you will get the one you want is 1 in 15. And as I said before, for the accessories and armors, one legendary weapon for 150 or 150 ether. I prefer the ether. Just crafting a legendary weapon that you want will cost you 100 ether, and this is going to be a random one. And for the mythic weapon, 300, that's the same as 3 random glyphs. Or on Sunday, you can choose a specific glyph to buy for 125. So there will be 2 uh, glyphs for 250 that you can choose, 300 for a mythic weapon. In my opinion, not worth it. Now, today, as I said, is Friday. Tomorrow on Saturday, we have follower day. So I'm not gonna buy any glyphs. I'm gonna save my diamond marks, and I'm going to buy just 2 of the ether offers to save a bit for tomorrow. But that's it for Friday. See you tomorrow. It's Saturday, which in my opinion is the most important day of the week for the events shop. Because on Saturdays you can buy random follower crystals. 50 wooden marks for 1, 100 iron marks for 3, 150 golden marks for 5, 200 ruby marks for 7, for comparison with 200 ruby marks you can get 200 ether, and finally 250 diamond marks for 9 random crystals. And you can get 1 random crystal for 100 glyph, 1 random glyph for 100 diamond marks. Or tomorrow on Sunday, you can buy specific glyphs for 125 each. So 2 specific glyphs. Now, it's going to depend on at what point in the game you are. Obviously, if you have a very advanced build, you won't need that many crystals, but when you start, I think is the best purchase you can make. Obviously, it's a lot, especially for the diamond marks, 250. It will take you a while to obtain, but it's 9 of them. So let's purchase all of them. one Mutiny Crystal, one Dark Hunter, one Hadakus, and one Ori. Not particularly good. Good for Dark Hunter because I can upgrade him to level 50 now. I think he's 49. One Eveline, one Mutiny, one Josiah, one Resh, and one Jemka. Let's see the 7 ones. One Resh, 2 Josiah, one Toragon, one Shayon, one Dark Hunter, one Mutiny, and the 9. 3 Adakus, 1 Ori, 2 Dark Hunter, 1 Elira, 1 Josiah, 1 Mutiny. Not particularly good drops, honestly. But it is what it is. That's what random is at the end of the day. Still, I think I can upgrade, yeah, Dark Hunter to level 50, which is great. And that's it. For Josie, I have 4 out of 5, and for Elira, I have 2 out of 5. And all the rest I will have to change for something better. So Mutinies and Abacus for Eveline 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And Resh, I think he's maxed out as well. Let me double check. Yes, he is. So I can transform his as well. 1 of Resh and 1 Ori, confirm. For Eveline, 2 of them. Okay. I'm gonna run out of gold, but that's okay because it's so easy to obtain. And I have 1 Adakus and 3 extra for Dark Hunter, but I don't want to spend them yet before I make a video. And okay, that's it for now. Sounds good. Yeah, let's make some relics now that I'm here. Okay, for Bloodfang, confirm 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I'm almost out of gold. All right, no problem. I will continue later. But yeah, that's Saturday. They are very expensive because you can use the marks for especially the high level. The lower level ones, I think the 1, 3, and 5 are perfectly fine. 7 in exchange for 200 ether, that hurts a little bit. And obviously the 9 crystals for 2 chosen glyphs or 2.5 random ones. It's also quite expensive. But when you start, this is your best source for crystals. And this will allow you to get, mainly if you're starting your 3 crafters, which are Toragon, Gemka, and Soul Chaser to level 50, which are the most important early game followers. All right, so that was Saturday, and see you tomorrow. It's finally Sunday, so let's check the last day for the reward shop in the events. We have uncommon runes and scrolls and rare runes and scrolls. I do not recommend you spend your resources on either one of them. They can be easily farmed in story mode. I have a video about story mode farming, so please check it out. And what we have today is that you can buy accessory glyphs, armor glyphs, spell glyphs, and weapon glyphs, meaning all glyphs except for minion glyphs. You cannot buy them here on Sundays for 125 diamond marks. The standard cost for the regular random glyph is 100. This one costs 105. Now, right now, My shaman has a level 48 spell book, and I'm only missing two more to get it to level 49. And both my offense and utility scrolls are maxed out for this character. However, the defense scroll, I still need many more. Well, I can actually upgrade it to level 46, which is great. So, going back to the events shop, I'm gonna buy the armor glyph. I think this one is 100% worth it. And if you have extra ones for the weapon glyph, if your weapon glyph is not maxed out, you may want to buy it. I'm also going to buy the spell glyph because, as I said, I only need two more for level 49, so only one more. But yeah, in my opinion, the armor glyph is 100% worth it because you need more armor glyphs than any other type. The rest is up to you to decide if you want to spend 125 or just the standard 100 for the random ones. And for the rest, I'm gonna buy Ether because I love crafting. And yeah, 3,000. I really need to save some ore to start crafting some stuff. And that is the whole week in the event shop. So the best days are Tuesday for minions in case you want to buy the minions. Obviously, Saturday for the follower crystals is the best way to obtain follower crystals in bulk outside of the Dawn Circuit adventure, but that adventure hasn't been around for some time now. And then on Sundays, get the armor glyph for 125. And that's the weekly video for the reward shop. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next one.